Hello YouTube, Naniwa aotoshi. I've used it for a long time, many years. I've sold it to Magnus and then he basically gave it back to me. So yeah, I sold it when I switched to stainless, and now that I have carbon knives, I'm using it again. It needs a little more soaking. I'm gonna try soaking it. I just did maybe a minute or so soak. It needs a little more, I see. This is just a video for fun. I'm gonna try polishing a little on my carbon knives. Maybe I do some stainless. Let's see. I just filled a coffee cup, so let's just soak this a little. There. I've already done maybe a minute or so soak, so it should be enough. Just drawn it. Let's see if it's flat. Atoma 140. I might be needing a new one. It's starting to get a little worn, this. I've used it for 8 years or something, this 140. So yeah, it's been well worth the money. I just use the weight of the blade and rest my hand on top of it. That's all you need to flatten, guys. And I do it from many different angles because I find it creates a better scratch pattern in the stone. So. See that little bit there, a little bit there, that isn't flat. I'm not talking much here. I would highly doubt that if you use like a digital caliper, you will see any difference. I'm guessing a tenth of a millimeter or something is what you're removing every time, because it ain't much. I know it looks like much, but it ain't. There. And you need clean stones, guys. Flat stones, clean stones to work. I got a tiny chip here. I want that away from me. Let's see. Let's do this gorgeous Apex Ultra from Patrick. Real masterpiece. Getting a patina on it, and it's seen some use. It's fairly thin. It's not crazy thin. If the camera would focus, let me press there. It's not crazy thin, but it's pretty thin. I'm gonna use, like I always start, light pressure and increasing until the stone releases abrasive. So starting with the weight of the knife, I'm coming straight from training here. Let's pull off my pants too. Weight of the knife plus 100 grams. And you'll see that loads isn't releasing abrasive. This is soft iron cladding, so it doesn't take much pressure. Let's go from 100 grams to 200 grams. I think that's enough. Yep, seems like 200-ish grams is enough. on this knife. This stone, it feels grabby, muddy, sticky and loading at the same time. It's such a weird feeling stone, guys, but it can create some fantastic result. Do you see now it's releasing too much abrasive? I need to back off and use the slurry to enhance the polish. Now I'm using just the weight of the knife. I forgot there. And I'm using the entire part of the stone. You pay for the entire stone, so use the entire stone. And this knife is already scary sharp. I'm gonna give it a touch up also on the stone. I think this is the Poltava diamond edge. You can see a good amount of difference. I haven't got good lighting here, but it's starting to get a mirror, not a Kasumi, it's too mirrored for that, but you can see the tips flat. This part is more and more convex versus the other side. You see a difference. So where did I lay my pencil? There, so I don't drop it. I can see I need a little more at the heel. And I gouge the stone with the heel, so I don't hope I don't dulled it too much. This is soft as pudding, guys, this stone. You can see the gouge there, the light part. You can also see the stone loading in the darker part there. So is the camera shaking? I feel like it. Let's widen the feet a little so it should stand better there. To me, a thin tip is extremely important. And now it's certainly not releasing any abrasive, even though I'm using a good amount of pressure. It's so weird with this stone. It's like when it decides it sheds abrasive, and then it decides not to release abrasive, and just load. It's like, yeah. Let's go to the other side. Just getting some new abrasive here. This is an old DMT. Is it coarse? Yep, dia sharp coarse. Also had for ages. For all the people that say they flattening and diamond plates, using them for flattening and they last only months. I don't know what the hell you guys are flattening, because I've been flattening stones for 7-8 years with the same plates and they still are good. No, they're not like new, far from it, but they're working pretty damn good the day to day. So use less pressure, guys. That's the key. You don't need pressure with diamond. It's such a sharp abrasive. You don't want to rip the diamond out of the plates. That's what usually happens when they get dull. Doing the back side. I'm just having fun there. I'm using 300-400 grams now. No, I said in the start I used 200 and it's shed abrasive, but yeah, it's such a weird ass stone, guys. It's yeah, I feel like it changes its minds every time you use it. It's a little different. And it isn't like a 2K, which it's advertised as. It's much more like a 4000 in the performance and polish and such. To the observant people, they can probably hear there's something scratching it. That's usually the corners a little. So I'm gonna get to those. Look, guys, it isn't an art form doing this. It's just experimenting, trying, seeing what the outcome is. Also tinning, that's what I'm doing here, tinning and polishing and seeing how far you can push things. This polish is wasted after 1 to 3 uses. I'm really thinning the tip to fly through onions, carrots, shallots. I eat a lot of garlic too. You see, this stone really comes alive with a little mud. Oops, I touched the stone. So. Still a fairly scratchy polish on the side. Do I care? No. Literally do some few cuts and the patina covered it. A black cup of joe. Need that. You can see it's okay. It's got some rogue scratches here and there, but it's okay to be of a 2K stone. There's some rogue scratches there, there, and there, especially those towards the edge. I'm gonna get out because those might be more towards the edge where the core steel is, and I don't want to have deep spots there because they can induce rust into between the core and the sanmai, which isn't, how do I put, dangerous. It doesn't do anything other than disturb the look, but you get a yellow brownish patina instead. And by the way, people say don't use water on your diamond plates either. They're literally in water now. Look guys, use your shit and don't be like all the guys that says, oh, don't do that, you will ruin them, and fuck this and fuck that, and don't do this and don't do that. Well, I've been using my shit for 7-8 years, guys. They still work. This plate is all wet. Can you see rust? No. This plate is all wet. It's dripping wet. Can you see rust? No. It's starting to lose a little diamonds here, which you can clearly see, but it still works. Maybe it's not dead flat, which it was in new. Do I care? No. It still works. That's what I care about. Now I'm gonna touch up the edge. Guys, don't use slurry when doing a fine edge. It bumps into the edge and wrecks it. So you can see it's loaded like crazy. So DMD. And the slurry will bump into your edge and microdull it. So you will not get a fine edge with slurry as without slurry. That's a fact. That isn't something I need to argue. If you can prove otherwise, good for you. Good boy. I don't care, and I don't want anyone to argue in the comments either. You do what works for you, I do what works for me. End of story. It's a never-ending story. Cheers. Bloody hell, Governor. That's a sweet cup of joe. On this, when doing the edge, you literally can't put pressure on it nearly if you are basically 1-2 degrees above the existing edge angle. You will plow into the stone. That's literally gouging and tearing it off. You need minimal pressure. I'm basically supporting the knife and doing the edge. This is, some call it burnishing. It's taking off metal, but it's so incredibly tiny amounts. So I'm not worrying about creating a burr here. I'm just touching up, creating a, is it Koba? Micro bevel Koba? This guys, this is a perfection of a knife. I can't recommend Patrick Alvik enough, guys, if you want a terrific well-made knife. Patrick Alvik is a champ. Guys, don't be those stupid eyes guys that need super steel in a kitchen knife. It's like, yeah, enjoy that if it chips out. If you have a rock in your produce or hit a bone and you tear out 0.5 millimeter of your edge, good luck. And this is all I stop. So I'm gonna sharpen more because I'm having fun. From my knife steel theories, got some simple pieces of paper. If I can get them to separate, they're wet. So I don't know why the fuck won't you stay? They won't even stand because they're... Yeah, fuck that. That's a flawless edge. If I can cut out like figures like that, I can do circles and just, it's wet, so I can, but my finger is on the other side, so I don't want to hit it. But I can do circles, I can do the point. It's more than sharp enough to cut some food. Guys, if you don't trust that, then yeah, find another channel. This 5200, I don't know what this is. I cut some meat and it's a really bad dark spot which isn't getting out. Do I care? No. This is a crude forge finished with some dings here and there, scratches. I love it. Patrick Alvik again. I think I'm actually gonna start with a little slurry just because that helps. Again, just the weight of the plate. Guys, you don't need to press down when flattening. It's stupid. And these are the guys that all complain that their plates doesn't last. Well, of course it doesn't. A little more. There. And on carbon, this aotoshi gives a terrific polished but a little bitey edge. Here, this is a mono steel knife, 5200. Not any cladding, that's softer. So here I'm using very much pressure. And this is scary sharp, so if I slip and cut myself here, I might lose a finger. That makes for some good videos. There I got the mud get going, then I release the pressure. So from 3-4 kilos to maybe 0.5 kilo now. And you see it's turning black. This is convex, so I'm doing this, not that much of course, while I am polishing here to reach the entire entirety of the bevel. And these guys, this slices meat like nothing else I've experienced. The profile is spot on. To me, a French butcher style knife is what this is. And it's starting to suck itself to the stone now, which can be dangerous. Especially when it's sharp. I recommend thinning, polishing with dull knives, drag off the edge first. Of course, I'm too stupid to follow my own advice, so I do it this way. I've been doing this for 20 or so years now, so even if I cut myself, I heal pretty fast, and snitches get stitches, so yeah. Worst case scenario, I'm off to the doctor to get stitched up. You see some rogue scratches because I'm going from a fine stone to a coarse stone earlier. Can you see him? Do it matter? No. Not the slightest. I forgot. And, just 3, 4, 5, 6 drops every now and then. The soaking seemed to help a little. So I'm gonna start that before using this stone. Let it soak just the top that I'm sharpening on. Let that soak for like 3, 4 minutes before sharpening. The hell is that noise? 2 seconds, it fits. Hallo? It literally sounded like someone was in the living room. Maybe it's Casper, the friendly ghost. Nice on carbon. This polishes and do very good. But it's soft, it needs very good technique so you don't gouge it. This isn't a stone I suggest at all for beginners. Will get so frustrated, guys. It demands technique and respect. And if you don't, it will wreck your blade. Trust me, been there, done that many times. Yeah, this was the side. Can you see still some rogue scratches there, but more than enough polished for use. Yeah, let's do the edge. And again, I'm gonna refresh it. Yes, you needed that with this stone. Fresh abrasive. Oh, nearly popped myself with the knife. Again, these plates are all wet. I've never had diamond plate of quality rust. That will say DMT and Atoma. I've had cheap Chinese placed rust, but not DMT and not Atoma. I'm getting Again, thank you to the subscribers who sent me money. Just washing my hands now to get rid of the stone residue. I'm getting a Toma 400 and 1200. Of course, I forget there is a customs and delivery fee. So yeah, I will be broke because I forget it's 25% of the total fee. So yeah, but hell, that's how it is. So I'm gonna move to the edge. Just I don't have any particles. You really feel how much rougher the stone becomes after you do that. Some coffee. I can turn the cup the right way, that is. I love coffee, guys. Mono steel, hard, perfect grind, thin enough, but at the still time beefy enough to do some serious works. I've split small bones with this several times. With small bones, I mean like pinky and a finger sized. Held up incredibly fine. Now I'm just putting on a micro bevel, as I did on the older knife. It's the weight of the knife. It's extremely important to use nothing more than the weight of the knife and going above the existing edge here. You will plow the stone, you will gouge out the edge. This tough carbon steel, it won't do much to the edge, just dull it, but it sucks to get dull when you have spent time perfecting it. This is what the Japanese call a hamaguri, or we call convex edge, and I blend that edge into the entirety of the knife. I'm gonna show you. That's why it's so hard on my knives to see where the profile and blade grind starts versus where the edge starts. Just cleaning up. Again, guys, you do this when stopping. And no, I'm not cutting myself. I've done this thousands, hundred thousands of times. Again, I can look at you. I hope this will be shown. Not looking at my hand, and I can do this. I know where the blade is at all times because I've been doing this for so many years. Let's just wipe off, because actually my fingerprint can corrode the steel, actually. Not 50 to 100, won't do that lightly, but like shirogami will. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's harder to get the paper to stand than to cut it. But yeah, that's just silly good edges. And these are polished edges, but with a good amount of bite still. There, got a circle. Spot. Testing the point. There, it scratches a little. Then I go to the stone, a little do this. Yes, that's all. Let's check the same again. Just stopping it so it's clean. Same. And it's still a little. There it comes. A little. So I need to flatten that a little probably. Then I go spine. I like it a little rounder because it gives it a little strength. That's why it also loses a little bit of sharpness, but it gives it a lot more strength. And I mean a lot. I think, was it Aaron Johnson who took my tip and tested it and found it himself? He's an F maker. Let's see. Just checking for burr. Nothing there. Again. There, a good bit better. Barely any pressure. And it digs in. Of course, this shaves easy peasy, lemon easy. Can you see there? So, out for fun. I'm gonna see, do I got it here? I think I got some paracord somewhere. Do I? Nope. But the old string from my pants. But you see, more than enough without problem. As soon as I move it, it cuts. As soon as I move, it cuts. I don't like leather and such. I like just stopping on cloth or denim like that. This I often do after I've used my knives. I usually do around 10 per side. That's one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And I do that. Sometimes I go this way, and then I go this way, and then I maybe go that way again. But it's easier to go away from the point. There. Sharp knife. And cutted the string. So yeah, that's all I got. The aotoshi and carbon. Thanks for watching. Bye.